The chase that dominated deadline hours has stopped being noise and turned into action. What Birmingham pursued with patience has been secured through structure and timing. The club didn't blink, didn't rush and didn't posture. The pursuit closed because the sporting plan demanded it. This wasn't about adding numbers. It was about correcting a structural imbalance that limited how far this side could go. This move signals a jump in status, not a cosmetic lift, but a shift in ceiling. The back line has carried responsibility without the correct profile to control space on the left channel. What arrives now is a defender who changes angles, build-up patterns and defensive height. The squad moves from reactive to assertive. That's the difference between competing and dictating. Without naming names yet, this new element brings left-footed balance, recovery pace and progressive passing that reshapes how Birmingham can start attacks and hold territory. Here is the confirmation. Jonathan Panzo joins Birmingham City on a 4-year agreement running until June 2030, with a total investment valued around £5 million, including performance clauses. The final green light came from Cabina Desportiva, whose report aligned with internal movement completed before the deadline window shut. The operation is complete. Now the engineering begins. A left-footed centre-back with championship mileage doesn't arrive to rotate, he arrives to start. That immediately compresses competition. One current starter shifts into a rotational role, particularly those more comfortable on the right side or limited in distribution under pressure. The defensive line gains speed, which allows the fullbacks to advance earlier. The holding midfielder benefits too, with clearer passing lanes and less need to drop between centre halves. Tactically, Chris Davies gains flexibility. The back four can now hold a higher line without fear of exposure in transition. Expect more aggressive counter-pressing and shorter distances between units. Panzo's comfort stepping into midfield with the ball allows Birmingham to overload central zones, pulling opponents out of shape. This is how territorial dominance is built over 90 minutes. There's also a knock-on effect in leadership. A defender entering his peak years, seasoned across England and Europe, raises training standards. Wide players will find earlier switches of play. The goalkeeper faces fewer emergency situations because positioning improves across the unit. This is cumulative influence, not highlight reel noise. Zoom out to 2026 and the picture sharpens. This acquisition shows a club acting ahead of need rather than chasing it. Birmingham isn't plugging gaps anymore, it's assembling profiles that fit a clear model. A model designed for control, durability and upward pressure on the table. So here's the question for you. With this name added to the spine, does Birmingham now sit among promotion frontrunners, or is there still one more level required to dominate the division?